I watched a movie.
Yes.
Triangle of Sadness. I'm very confused.
sorry.
Still at your reaction to the movie. I'm still not sure if we watched the same movie or if we're talking about the same thing.
Tell me about it.
I mean,
We did.
you think it is? You think it's? I mean,
We watched the same. Well, okay. The one that you watched was like recent, right?
It's a recent movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about a person who's like a model.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
this
cool.
is the movie. Okay,
Yeah.
You gave it like a glowing review.
I love that movie.
I watched this movie. I was like, at first, I was like, "Oh man, this seems really good."
Yes.
And then it just kept going, and it just kept going. I was like, "What in the
How did you get
what,
here?
what in the fuck am I watching?"
That's why it's so good, man.
I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, it felt like a vibes movie. It's all vibes. There's not really a story. Things do happen, but it's just vibes.
I want to disagree with you.
You would not disagree with me. Okay, you didn't like Pluribus because of this reason.
The slice of life type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like in Triangle of Sadness, there was, if we're comparing characters, I wouldn't say that. So yeah, I wasn't ready to talk about both of those things. But vibes, I feel like there was a more sense of an existentialism or like realization of that big switch.
Yeah.
And I think also I found it a bit ridiculous, like the characters in that movie. Where it was the point where it was like, you haven't seen American Psycho yet, have
Not
you?
yet. No.
Okay, so it's like this thing that they do with movies where they maximize a lot of things, and to the point where it's like ridiculous. And
Yes.
I enjoy seeing that.
Okay.
Because there's like a level of self-awareness that I like seeing.
Yeah.
And I feel like Triangle of Sadness was pretty good at showing its self-awareness, I guess. And Pluribus, not saying that it doesn't, but I feel like it's more of a show to keep people's attention rather than trying to send a message to people.
Right.
I think
Triangle of Sadness sending a message
of yeah, and remember, I haven't seen this movie in like 2-3 years.
That's fine, but man, I was not like, I felt like I was like, man, there's a message in the beginning, and then it switches when they go to the yacht, and it's like the message is totally different.
Yeah.
And then we've got this sort of like communism and capitalism, and then we switch to the island, and we have a totally different message again.
Yeah.
And it's like none of the messages even, there's no message really. It's like it undermines his message every step of the way.
Well, if you're saying that a movie has to like stick with its same messaging,
well, I don't think it has to, but it didn't have a message because it undermined itself, I thought.
I feel like it was just a good example of those things that you mentioned, you know, and it was I wasn't going for like, oh, you know, the way of living this way is bad, or I wasn't really taking it that way. I've only seen the movie once.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
I haven't been able to like reflect on it in that way of like really analyzing it, because when I was watching it, I was like enjoying it a lot. And when I watch Pluribus, even though I did enjoy it, but because of its something about Pluribus took me from being a viewer to more of an observer and analyzing like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's just like what they're trying to portray kind of did the opposite for me, because I feel like Triangle of Sadness, the point was to like, well, let me not say the point, but I feel like since Pluribus is a television show,
Yep.
its job is to, well, let's say media these days, for example, generally they're trying to put you in its fantasy where you don't really question what's going on.
Yes.
Like you're so absorbed that you don't even realize like certain things, right? And I feel like Triangle of Sadness did that for me. And I feel like Triangle of Sadness wasn't trying to do that.
It wasn't trying to, but it did it?
For me. But I feel like Pluribus is trying to do that.
And it didn't do it.
And it didn't do it for me.
Okay. So some works of art are kind of like absorb you, like you're in the world, you're in the fantasy of it, like you're fully engrossed.
Yeah.
Triangle of Sadness is not trying to do that, but it does it.
For me.
For you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Because like I love the story, like the way that it was telling it. It was just like
story.
Yeah, it was just like it was a story, you know. Like
I mean, things do happen.
Yeah.
In sequence.
To the point, like, because they have different senses of humor as well that I enjoyed more in Triangle of Sadness than Pluribus. Pluribus still has funny moments.
Yeah, I mean, Triangle of Sadness is actually, I was laughing a lot during the movie. Yeah. So it's very funny.
Yeah. Like, it's like ridiculous. Like, why is this? But, and I feel like both of those mediums are like trying to be funny, but I don't know. I guess like Triangle of Sadness is a better job for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So do you think there is a point to the movie? Like, was there a point? Was there a moral?
Like, I would be able to answer that if I watched it more than once.
Okay.
Because I do want to watch it again. It's not like Pluribus where I enjoyed it, but I won't watch it again. Like Triangle of Sadness, I enjoyed it and I will watch it again. Like I like it that much.
Yeah. Okay, but you can't think of like what the point would have been.
No, because it's just there's parts that I remember.
Yeah. What do you remember? What was like most memorable to you?
The beginning and how different the beginning is to like the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it was like I loved how they started that way, like with the modeling, and it's like it's so stupid. And I remember the big things like that. They were on the boat.
Yep.
What happened on the boat, and then that lady who was like pretty much seen as nothing is like the one that is like ruling everything.
Right. I guess we can just explain what happens in the movie. Okay.
You have to explain it to me because like
I'll explain the whole thing. All right.
Yeah.
There's a model. He's an actual model, like a runway model, and it's kind of about his life. He is dating a Instagram model. He takes pictures for her. They have some sort of relationship issues around money because he doesn't make a lot of money as a model. She's making all the money as an Instagram model, but he's like gender roles. He doesn't like that so much. So there's some tension. Skip randomly. We just skip. They go on a yacht together. It is paid for by somebody because she's a model. So they're on this yacht, and they're on a yacht with a bunch of rich people. So they're the two poor people in a yacht full of a bunch of rich people. On this yacht, the captain is a communist, and he's American, and there's a Russian capitalist who also is on the yacht, and they get into some sort of debates. And there's a great scene of the food, like there's like a big dinner. They're all eating this fancy food. It's during a turbulent time, so the boat is shaky, and they all throw up and poop everywhere, and it's very funny and bizarre. Anyway, they get the boat gets, what do you even call it? I mean, taken over by pirates, Somalian pirates, and they crash land on an island. And then on the island, you've got I guess she was Filipino, I think, a Filipino like janitor from the yacht. She's the only one who knows how to get food, clean the food, and cook it. So she becomes like the leader of all the people who survive, and they all like kind of have to live based on her standards because she's the only one who knows how to do anything. And then she starts to have sex with our main character just because she has the power to do that. And then it is revealed later that they are on a resort island, not on an abandoned island. So everything that they were doing is for nothing. And that's the whole movie. Okay. We're talking about the same movie. Mm-hmm. Okay.
No.
Okay. What's the point of that movie?
I wish I could tell you. I have to watch it again.
Is there a point? I mean,
if you can find meaning to anything, right?
Sure you can.
So I wouldn't be surprised if someone could come up with.
But you
10,
didn't
20.
You didn't think of one when you first saw it. It was just funny.
Yeah, I loved it. It was just enjoyable.
Okay. All right, it's an enjoyable movie. I can't disagree with that. It was definitely an enjoyable movie. Have you ever seen Downsizing before?
No.
I highly recommend this movie. It's called Downsizing. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
That's all you know.
There's not much else to say about it. It's a good movie. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else to say about this movie?
I should have watched it again, but I just didn't make time. But what do you have to say?
I thought it was funny. It seemed disrespectful to the audience and to a lot of people. Like, they're disrespectful to people who like fashion. They're disrespectful to people who like nice food. Disrespectful to rich people. Yeah, and that's enough.
Those pretty big claims. Why do you say those things?
Well, they're making fun of people who like fashion. They're kind of like the whole arc of the fashion people, calling them all vain. It was like a big part of the movie. Everyone's vain, essentially. And there's looking down at people who are vain. The movie seems to be. They're saying that fashion. There was a big part about switching between H&M and Balenciaga, and they have like the models be like, now you're H&M, and now you're Balenciaga, now you're H&M, and they kind of go back and forth between that. And then they actually show a runway show, and it had like, it was like climate crisis, and then like, and then they walk out with these ridiculous outfits. I mean, it was just disrespectful generally. Like, there was nothing good to say about people in fashion, except they're hot. I mean, I guess that's a good thing to say, but nothing else good to say other than these people are hot. So that seems disrespectful. When they were talking to all the rich people, they were all rich because of like war crimes, and like one of them was rich for selling shit, like literal shit. So like there was nothing positive to say about the rich people. Everybody on the yacht who was working, they were literally doing it for money. There's a part where they all like were clapping their hands and say money, 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 money. So I mean, it's just generally all around disrespectful to everybody, and it's disrespectful to the audience because they have this movie that seems to be about gender roles in the beginning, and then they undermine and reverse all the gender roles, not in a serious way, but like in a sort of like cartoonish way, where the guy gets whored off essentially at the end of the movie, and it's cartoonish. Yeah, I mean, I can keep going, right? So it's just disrespectful to everybody involved.
Why do you think the directors decided to, or the writer decided to do that?
So I think it's funny. So there's that. It's like unexpected. There's kind of that thing. There's just a general pessimism in the world, I think. Like people don't like nice things anymore. If and I think this is kind of a long-standing type of tradition of like if somebody likes classical music too much, then they're, psychopaths or they're somehow worthless or somehow like um, there's something wrong with them. If you like high fashion for some reason, then there's something wrong with you, right? Um, and you can think of a lot of movies where the serial killer likes classical music, like Hannibal Lecter likes, Bach or something.
That's a bad movie, though.
I haven't seen the movie, but
Well, I haven't seen the movie either, but I tried reading the book, trash book. So I'm assuming the movie's bad too.
Okay. Yeah, but that type of thing is a common type of trope. Somebody likes classical music or, whatever. Somebody likes fashion, they're dumb. In this case, people like really nice food. So they had like this sort of really nice food during the yacht scene. And obviously everyone threw up because they had the food and there was turbulent waters at the time. Okay, so all of that, disrespectful in all those cases. You've got disrespect for the communists and the capitalists. They both have these sort of debates against each other. And it's not really clear. I mean, I guess it's not clear who's winning or if there is a winner in that case. But the capitalist lives, the communist dies. And then the capitalist is subject to the matriarchy of this woman who just takes over the island. And it's kind of like this sort of ironic reversal of everything. Right? And the same with the person who was selling grenades. They were killed by a grenade that was thrown at them by the Somalian pirates. And that was, again, like another like kind of ironic reversal. So everything is just like poisoned with irony and pessimism, and nothing matters. Literally nothing matters in the whole movie. Like nothing matters.
Yeah.
So like all of that, I'm just couching that as disrespectful journalism. Yeah.
But it's still greatly written.
I mean, it's amusing. It's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like irony is a good, like you have a good sense of like why it's ironic,
Mm-hmm.
So even like something like the Boondocks, like it wouldn't be funny if it weren't true, Like it had to be true for, or somewhat of, truth to it for people to understand and laugh at it, because if it didn't have that sense of satire, like what would it relate to? Like it's just a character in a TV show, and I guess so. I feel like I think that's the reason why I enjoyed that movie a lot, is because I don't know, I don't think I can call it satire. I guess irony is more fitting. But I enjoy like seeing writers play with that a lot, because you seldom see it, like you more so, like take Pluribus for example, like I don't think I can sense any type of irony outside of like, well, no, none at all.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like Pluribus seems to take itself seriously.
Yeah.
And Triangle of Sadness does not take anything that it says seriously. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that a message in itself?
It is. I don't like the message. I think it's a bad message.
Why?
I think people should take themselves more seriously. We don't take ourselves seriously enough, and we don't take our ideas seriously enough.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Because honestly, I feel like we take things too seriously.
I think not at all. Not enough seriously, yeah.
Like, I feel like, yes, like we should be serious about most things, but I feel like there's a very thin line on being like you know, at that sweet spot. And people don't get it right at all. It's either that, I feel like it's either someone is way too serious or they're not serious at all. And especially in my line of work, like I find more people being way too serious. Yeah, they're like literally polar opposites. Like there's someone that's way too serious or someone who does not give a fuck at all. And you can see it in their work. Like they'll just kind of be careless about things. And the people that are way too serious just seem like they don't enjoy life. I don't know. Like there's some of my coworkers, we usually don't have, well, we're usually working in different spaces, so we don't get to talk a lot. So someone messed up the acoustical ceilings.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be like a 3x5 grid, but they did a 2x5.
Okay.
And it's like a big mess up, right? Yeah. So we couldn't really work there until they finish, or so I noticed it and I'm like, oh, okay, someone messed up. It should be a 3x5 grid. And my coworker is like, yeah, they fucked us. They probably did it on purpose. And like, he's just going on about like, why did they do it this way? And I'm like, well, how do you know that for sure?
Sure, yeah.
You know, like, and he's like, no, I know they did it. And I'm like, how do you know? Yeah. He's just keeps going on like, well, like, I was like, you shouldn't assume those things because like, how do you know? There's only one way you can know. He's like, well, you do need to assume them because, you know, what if he's always going about what ifs. I'm like, I don't do what ifs because he could say, what if a bomb just dropped on us right now? Like, it's just what are we working with? Right. So, and he's just like, you need to do this. And I'm like, no, you can just, I was like, it's okay to not know. Like, just accept it. But he's like, just keeps going on about like, well, you need to know. Like, dude, you're just trying to win the argument now. Like, it's just, I don't know. But just things like that. I'm like, you don't have to, it's not that big of a deal, you know? Like, yeah, they messed up.
Sure. Yeah.
But like, that's not even our job. That like, we're just putting, installing like whatever we have to the ceiling. And, but yeah, it was just like, why worry about it? We have other things to dwell on.
But is that to you, he's taking his idea seriously?
I feel like he was being, I feel like he was just going way too far on an issue that was not even our problem, you know? And like, it was just like to a point where it's just like, okay, are you gonna spend all that time thinking about what happened when, if you want to go to the source, like if you really want to know, you can just ask the person instead of like wasting time thinking about why they did it this way. You know, like it was like, what if, like, he gave an example of why they would do it. And I'm like, well, what if their boss told them to do it this way? Like, you never know. So like, why dwell on it? And he's like, well, you need to dwell because what if we had an apprentice? Like, I don't do what ifs, man. So, but yeah, it was just, he just took it too far. We're cool, but it was just like funny. Like, you know, it's the same thing. Like, why cry over, you know, when it rains or something? Like, you could still go to work, you know? It's like Bookfield stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so, oh no.
Yeah, we definitely work in the rain. Did you work in the rain a lot?
Oh yeah.
I got pneumonia.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I took your inhaler and I was fucked up.
Yeah, so yes. But I think that the example that you gave, your friend, your coworker, is not really like you said in that he's not taking his own ideas seriously, or rather, he's not taking his job seriously because he has a specific job.
Yeah.
The other people have a different job, and you should let the other people do their job, right? And if they mess up, you can tell them that they've messed up. You don't have to speculate on other things. The speculation part is not helpful for his job, and that is an example of him not taking his job seriously.
Or
I think, at least.
You look at it that way.
Yeah, and then, I mean, I think that if you overly worked up, if you're antagonistic towards your other coworkers and you're overly worked up about it, it doesn't make you do your job better. And that is another example of not taking your own job seriously.
That's fair.
It's literally undermining his own work.
That's fair. I tried to tell him.
Yeah, right.
But he wouldn't listen to me. No, we're cool, but yeah, it was just funny.
Yeah. But I think we need to take things much more seriously.
If you put it that way, yes. But also, sometimes, like, I get it though, that I would say like we still need to be a little less serious because, well, they work as hard at a job, you know? So if you need like 5-10 minutes to just chill out, then I get it.
Yep.
I don't, but I see a lot of people that do. Because I'm comfortable, working consistently. And I enjoy my job. So it's not very difficult for me. And I feel like me being able to persist even when I'm like tired is what I'm working to do, So I keep I was trying to explain to someone too, like I'm not working hard for the company or because I'm supposed to. I'm working hard because it benefits me in the long run,
Yeah.
There's the one dude I was working with, he was like, he's trying to make this last the whole entire day. I'm like, no, I'm not. It feels weird for me to just stop working when I'm like supposed to be working. You know? So I was just like, no, and I explained that to him. Like I'm working on my work ethic because it's for me.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it was just. I don't know what I was trying to say with that, but I said it. So,
well, it's good. I mean, I'm glad that you're working for yourself and like kind of trying to build your own skills, and not doing it just for other people, not just doing it for your boss or whatever. Yeah, that's good. It's a good place to be. Yeah, I think more people should be in that place, and more people should be trying to work for themselves too.
I agree.
It's another example of taking their own idea seriously. Like somebody who like believes in themselves, they have an idea in the world that they think they can actually bring out and provide value to anybody. Take it seriously and actually try it.
You wouldn't say that's laziness of just not doing it. Like they're serious, but it is procrastinating.
Lazy? I mean, I think people are afraid in some ways, but really everything is just they're distracted. So you can be distracted by fear. You can be distracted by other people's ideas, like, or maybe people just don't believe in themselves, right? I don't know. I also think that people don't I think that generally a lot of people don't think that it's possible to bring value into the world. Like
that's pretty big claims, man. We're making a lot of big claims today.
I think it's true. Like a lot of people really don't think they can bring value. So first they think that their work is useless, right? They think that they're only making money for their boss. They're not actually bringing value to the world, right? They don't see that they're actually a relevant part of society at all or anything. They just think they're doing stuff they could do anything. They could sit around doing random stuff. It would make their boss money, and they can go back home and then just sit and watch TV. And watching the TV part is the only interesting part of their day. Everything else is not valuable. And if you have that type of idea, you wouldn't think that even it's possible for you to work and do something yourself. I mean, you might think that even making money at all is inherently exploitative, and everybody who, if you look at like somebody who's a landlord, somebody who's made an application, or somebody who's done work in a laboratory or anything like that, they're all stealing labor from somebody else, and they don't create anything valuable. And really, there's just no possibility to create anything valuable. I think this is a common type of view.
That's pretty big.
Do you think it's not common, or what? I mean, some people don't think that Jeff Bezos has created value in the world. My guy, Jeff Bezos. Okay, he changed logistics for all of humanity. All right, he's done something. Okay, he's the backbone of all internet. I mean, he's done something. For example, that's just an example.
No, I agree with you. I don't think people even realize that they would even feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the way that you elaborated it, I don't know. I can't really speak on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I see where you're coming from. I do feel like some people do think that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, two things. I thought this was an art podcast.
Well, it's the same, right? There are people who, okay, first of all, in the movie Triangle of Sadness,
mm-hmm.
they're making fun of people who like good food, people who like good fashion, right? People who are vain. They think it's not valuable to look good. They think it's not valuable to make new art and have new interesting clothing or walk down like a runway. I think runway shows are amazing. I like runway shows. They're interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If your only interaction with runway shows is, holy shit, that shirt costs $50,000 and all these rich people are there, this is just like money laundering and there's no value created. If that's your entire understanding of fashion, then you're not going to be motivated to make anything of value in the world. You don't think it's possible. You kind of look down at all other artists who have been successful.
I mean, I don't agree with that fully, but I do. I feel like both things can be true. Well, like you can look down on art, but still think you can bring value to the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're,
inherently linked together. Yeah.
But no, I mean, now that you phrase that, like Triangle of Sadness is, kind of disrespectful to fashion and stuff like that. Now I'm wondering, it's making me look at it a little differently because I love fashion. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It is it is art. I don't know what I was trying to say, but you're giving me a lot of epiphanies, and I appreciate that.
Cool.
Cool. But keep going. I'm actually enjoying listening to you talk because it's just like, okay, you're on to something. You're definitely on to something.
I'm on to something. I just think it's possible to bring value in the world, and we can do it.
I agree.
I think I can do it. I think you can do it. Everybody listening can do it. Every human being can do it.
True. I agree.
That's just what I think. Yeah.
I have some more questions for you about Triangle of Sadness.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like the writers were because they were disrespectful to art and people who enjoy food and everything else that you said in that way.
Mm-hmm.
We believe that they can, like, they're not bringing value, like people who think that way are not bringing value to the world, or
as you said, it's not like a necessary truth that if you believe those things, you don't bring value into the world. But I think you're less likely to bring value in the world if you believe those things. And if you ask a lot of people who are not bringing value in the world, it's because of those reasons, or But the movie itself is clearly value brought into the world. Right? It wasn't a good. It was a funny movie. It's a good movie. They actually put a lot of effort into it. So it's not like it wasn't like it was an easy thing to do. They actually put work into it and brought something new into the world. So they are bringing value into the world. And it is possible to have those sort of pessimistic views and bring value into the world. In the same way, it's possible to be like a fervently anti-capitalist and still be a millionaire. I mean, you can be Hassan Abi, right, and be like terribly, terribly anti-capitalist and maybe even communistic, and still make a lot of money and bring value into the world. But it's bringing value into the world, but then also spreading a message that's anti-value. So I think the message of the movie is anti-value. I think if people absorb that message too much, they're not going to bring anything valuable into the world. They're going to be like, we almost get to the point where there are some people who think that modern food is bad, right? Like cooking food is bad. Like you just have to go out and eat a vegetable. Like just get a raw vegetable from the garden, and that's the best food that you can get. None of the progress that we've made as humanity is good for the world. We just need to just eat a fresh tomato. And it's like, look at a fucking fresh tomato that hasn't been hybrid to hell or like GMO'd. They're not edible. They're not good. You don't want that type of thing. You need the sort of human progress. You want that human progress.
I feel like people like those are outliers.
Really?
Anomalies, yeah.
You think I think it's fairly common.
How common? When you say common, what do you mean?
I mean, I think if you ask the average person what they think about junk food, let's say we go to like middle class people, kind of middle class, kind of I don't know, our age kind of people, millennials and a little bit younger, and ask them if they think that Lay's, the potato chip company, is doing a good thing by bringing potato chips to the world. And a lot of people will say that junk food is poison, and that processed food is poison, and that GMOs are poison, right? And then they're not making the extension. So I'm making the extension of like, okay, you think that processed foods are poison, and that means that we should not be making this type of progress of our food. So the only food that's valid is like the food from, I don't know, the 1400s or something like that. I don't know.
Whole Foods.
Okay, Whole Foods, yes.
Because I mean, you
not
could still
hybrid, not GMO food. I mean, not.
I think that's just bad messaging, and it's honestly, it's not even people. That's I feel like that type of messaging comes from companies because, they're always saying like organic or whatever, but making organic food still requires pesticides that are even more expensive. And a lot more pesticides. And when people hear GMO, I don't think they know what that means. Like, yes, it's genetically modified, but when they hear GMO, they don't hear genetically modified. They hear poison.
Yes.
Which is incorrect.
Yeah.
And processed foods, like some processed foods are very bad for you. Yes, that's true. But some processed foods are, they're not too bad. Like they can even be considered healthy.
Yeah.
Again, maybe like oatmeal, there's processed oatmeal. Even what do they do with when they have to boil milk? What is it called? Pasteurization. Yeah. I mean, isn't that considered processed?
It is processing.
Yeah. So there are things that I guess the general public misunderstand because they're not fully informed of like why these things are needed or what it is essentially. Even with the organic thing, everyone wants to buy organic, but it's the same thing. Like
sure, yeah.
It's but yeah, to that extent, yeah, I do agree with you. However, middle class people high class, they still like junk food.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But I would say it's good that people are being more concerned about their health. I think that's important for human progress, right?
Yeah.
It's just the messaging is wrong.
Yes.
So I wouldn't really blame that on the general public. But you do have a point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know whose fault it is or if it's a particular person. I mean, they're just bad ideas out there, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, they even used to say that sugar is healthy.
Sure. Yeah.
And they used to demonize fat, but our brains are like, how much % of fat? Like, we need fat, you know?
Yeah.
We need dietary fat. So, like, things like that, you can't really blame the, you know, common guy to believe that, you know, fat is bad and sugar is good because like that's their messaging, you know?
Right.
So,
but this is kind of back to the idea of taking something seriously, right? If you think that processed foods are bad, let's take the idea very seriously. Okay, let's just think about what life would be like with no processed foods. How many people could we feed with no processed foods? And the number is not 10 billion, okay? So that means killing a lot of people. That means like getting rid of people. And there are people who thinks that we have too many people on the planet and we need to get rid of people. What the fuck?
Yeah, we could just, you know, grow more food. That's always a solution.
Right,
man.
so I mean, it's just like, if you take the idea seriously, you come to these conclusions, and to me, it reveals how bad.
Okay.
It reveals how bad the idea is. It's like, okay, let's take the idea seriously. Actually, see what the results of your bad idea will be.
Well, I agree with you, and I feel like it's assuming that all people will come to the same conclusion, as they should, because empirical evidence. But maybe I'm what a thing too. But no, I agree with you. So,
all right, rant over.
Yeah, no, it was a good rant. Good rant.
I think that we can bring value to the world. That's really the main message. I think that every person can bring value to the world. We can start trying.
And back to the subject of childhood sadness, I feel like a lot of those things that they, you know, took to, you know, great lengths, like even when you were talking about the dude selling poop.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that just a placeholder for what can be considered? Yeah. So,
well, I mean, that's the disrespectful thing, is saying every person who is rich, they're selling things, but they're selling shit. So I mean, I also took it as a metaphor.
but I wouldn't say that it's all rich people. I just think that it's just saying that rich people people can get rich off selling literal shit. And I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's disrespectful to rich people.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just like, I mean, maybe that says something about the general public. Like, they're willing to buy literal shit, and the byproduct is just someone is getting rich.
Yeah.
It's just someone buying what they want. And I don't know, is selling shit adding value to the world? Like, enjoy it. Like, if it's entertainment,
Yeah.
and is it? I mean, what would you say?
Well, I mean, in the movie, it was like, he was selling pig shit, I think. But I mean, I interpret it as like a industrial product, like for growing food or for like composting or something like that. You know, I don't know if they actually spell it out in that way. That's just how I thought of it immediately. So yes, I mean, that is valuable. It's definitely valuable to the world. You know,
But it's shit.
but it's shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is
Is
shit.
shit valuable? I mean, like, in some cases, yes.
Yeah.
But do we need to sell it?
Why not? It's valuable. If it's valuable, then yes.
It's shit. Is shit valuable?
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes.
In some context, yes.
But I'm trying to phrase it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess so. If it's fulfilling someone's needs, then yes, I guess that's adding value.
Yeah.
To the second thing,
Yeah.
I never knew you. Maybe you've done this all the time, but eating pizza with a fork.
I don't do it all the time.
Okay, and I was like, I was just completely lost. Like, was he always doing this?
I don't do it all the time. I didn't even commit to it this time because I picked it up a couple of times. I just didn't want my fingers to get, they're floury and greasy. But I didn't commit. I didn't take my own idea seriously. I was told. But yeah,
We just took eating pizza with your hands more seriously.
yeah, I should take it more seriously. Yeah. But I do like to eat. I sometimes eat burgers with fork and knife also, for the same reason. Yeah,
Very cool.
it's just one way to eat. Though I do think that there are differences in using different materials. Like I think, like a silly example, if I eat Chinese food and I use like the plastic forks, I think that's better than using like a metal fork. Like it feels different, and there's something about it that feels more familiar or something. I don't know.
Why?
Because when you eat Chinese food, it often comes with the plastic fork, so you kind of have that association. And then when you have the option to eat it with the plastic fork or,
A metal fork?
metal fork, I feel like the association of the plastic makes it better. I don't know, something like that. Okay, but anyway, there are like different materials you could use for your fork, or you could just eat it with your hands. And I think there's going to be a difference of enjoyment if you're eating Chinese food with your hands.
Can you imagine?
Versus eating it with the fork.
Let's write that down because I feel like that's whatever Instagram, TikTok thing we're starting is just weird stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like eating soup with a fork in front of me while just like I'm trying to understand why it's not going into our mouth. Like, or eating. Like,
Okay, imagine you could eat soup through a straw.
oh, that's genius.
It might just be.
I'm gonna throw up.
It'll be a different experience. Like I don't know if that's better or worse. It'll be something.
No, that's good. That's good stuff. But yeah, eating Chinese food with your hand. I mean, like we do, and Nigerian culture eat a lot of stuff with our hands. So
Yeah.
maybe give it
I
a shot.
I think there are some foods that are better when you eat with your hands.
Honestly, why do we eat with forks anyway? We have a good.
This is perfectly good.
Yeah, like that's like why would I eat like Nigerian food with a spoon?
Right.
We don't do that. We just use our hands. So
Yeah.
It's just like what did people do before forks and spoons were invented?
I'm sure they just grabbed it. Yeah.
Fuck it. We're going back to the 1400s.
Oh no, don't do it. Okay.
No, we're doing that. We're doing that.
We can try different foods and eat with different. But yeah, okay. I think there are ways, like there are different things that you could do, different mediums, different utensils. They make your food taste differently. I think it adds to the experience in different ways.
Adds to the experience for sure.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're definitely doing that. You need to upload this one ASAP.
Okay. We can do it. We go next time we go to a Chinese restaurant. It was fucking
just because like eating pizza with a fork and knife is not common, but people understand it. I think when people stop using them, that's when it comes like an issue.
All right. I had a conversation with my friend recently about anime. Who said something special about anime is that they really focus on some mundane things occasionally. And they kind of heighten those mundane things. And he thinks that it's not common for that to happen in other mediums, like other works of art. It doesn't really happen in regular movies or TV shows, but it happens a lot in anime. What do you think about that?
I think when it comes to manga in anime, I'm gonna say manga because it usually starts off as a manga. That one person is mostly calling all the shots. But don't quote me on it because, but from what I've seen, they have a creator. They ask, this person is very committed in their idea and they're allowed the creative freedom to do what they want to do.
Right. And a lot of times they even draw themselves, right?
Yeah.
So they got the story, they draw, they do everything. It's like full control by one person.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
And when it comes to other mediums, that there's so much of a profit incentive that a lot of things kind of get watered down or moved to a different idea because it would be better for the story, and there's, I guess, less risks taken because they're more concerned about profit versus putting out something that they truly believe in. And they have so many different teams to like come up with this one thing. When you have manga and anime where it's just like, yeah, we got one guy who's just has to meet a quota. Yeah, he's probably being overworked, but I think it's just that reason alone. That's why I kind of want to get into more Sundance films because
indie stuff.
Yeah, more indie stuff versus like Hollywood stuff, because it's just like, I guess they have more freedom and they have I can't really speak on those films, but I guess less of a profit incentive compared to like Hollywood and stuff. But what do you think about it?
I mean, it actually makes sense. It's a good reason to have like weird things happen in manga, just because there's only one person, and they get the final say in everything. So it makes a lot of sense. It's a good reading of it. Yeah, yeah, and I guess the same type of thing sometimes with like YouTube channels or like small like movies, like short films or something like that. Yeah, you get this sort of heightening of weird things that you wouldn't think about in a regular movie. Yeah, I can see it.
And I think Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
I believe the artist, he was coming up with that story since his childhood. Like that's how, like I haven't heard anything else like that. Like, to be
he's dedicated to this one story so much from his childhood. Yeah.
Don't quote me on it, but I do remember seeing that somewhere. So it's just like you have that type of dedication versus, something that's written by, the League of, the Guild of Writers, which is nothing. Like I love that they're, I love that stuff.
Yeah, but I don't actually know if the Writers Guild writes together.
I don't know. Probably not.
But I'm sure that in some TV shows or whatever they do, but I think it's just like a certification, I guess. Like you're a part of this group. I don't know why. It's also, some of them are unions.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
Maybe you should join the Writers Guild. You write a lot.
I mean, I write about art. So I don't write stories.
You can write a book. I mean, it doesn't have to be a story.
I don't write.
It could be a book.
I guess. I think I mean, I can look into it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Try, yeah.
I could write a book. I want to make YouTube videos. That's really what I want to do.
Yeah, I guess you don't like the video of books.
You
right?
read a bunch.
But some people do.
Some people do. Yeah. I want to learn how to write for books. I want to learn how to write generally, just like structured writing. I'm not very good at it, and I don't know. Like I just feel it's like my own discomfort. Like it's just because I don't know what a book looks like or like what writing looks like, and I'm kind of blocked by that. Like I can imagine the criticisms. They're not real criticisms, but I can imagine criticisms, and I try to adjust based on those criticisms, but then they're like so nebulous because I don't even know enough about writing anyway. So anyway, that's a part of what slows me down in terms of writing for like actually writing a book or, writing blog posts and so on. Yeah. But I've got some blog posts. You can find them on my website.
Yeah. What is your website?
ZachariMizell.com.
I didn't know you actually had like a dedicated website.
A dedicated website.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not much there, but you'll find a couple articles.
Yeah. But see, I feel like when you say you imagine the criticisms, so you adjust, I feel like you shouldn't adjust.
I agree. Yes. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, I think it's kind of I don't know what to call it. It's like a knee-jerk reaction. Like if I'm presenting something in a particular form, then I imagine what the criticisms would be of it based on the form that it's in. And then adjusting based on that, imagined criticism. I don't think we should do that. I think that's a bad way of going about it, but it's a common way of going about it. Yeah. So.
It's the fear or what was it? The distraction.
Distractions.
Yeah.
It's like I should be focused on my ideas and just getting my ideas out.
Yeah.
But I'm focused on what an imagined person is going to say about, how I presented the ideas. And it's just totally wrong. Yeah.
Well, that's something you can work on. I need to work on making content. I'm sitting on so many ideas that it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just lazy, I guess.
Well, I think it's the same with most content. It's like, I want to make a podcast, and then it's like, how do I make a podcast? And that in itself is already thinking about what is the common conception of a podcast, and what would I do that would be wrong and different from the common conception. So you're thinking of the criticisms in that, but really you could just upload any audio and you have a podcast.
That is true. Yeah, you don't. It doesn't. Yeah, but I guess it depends on like, how you want to fulfill yourself.
Yeah.
And I guess not using what society has built and saying that's what satisfies you, because that's not really you. It's just what you've been exposed to.
Right.
Versus so. But yeah, I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say, but no, you're right though. All right.
You just got a little bit of, you get it. I got a video about trial and error, but doing it publicly. Because I think in order to improve anything, you have to do trial and error. You have to just try something and see if it works and change it. But it's difficult to do that publicly for some reason.
Do what exactly? Like in what way? Like trial and error?
Like, for example, with the podcast. If I don't know how to make a podcast and I want to learn how to make a podcast, the only way to learn is to do something, fix it, do something else, fix it, do something else. And I can do that all in my bedroom without showing anybody. Or I can literally upload a podcast today, upload a different podcast tomorrow, upload another one, and then every one of them is better, slightly better. And then, after a year, I've learned how to make a podcast, and here it is, So there's that. The two different, like you could do trial and error by yourself and not show anybody, or trial and error publicly and show people. But the problem with doing it publicly is that you kind of automatically think of the criticisms and kind of shape yourself around it. So you have to almost actively fight that too.
maybe you should just go anonymous. Like,
No.
I mean,
No.
just like what you were saying, just like uploading audio and
Yeah.
see if that works.
Oh yeah.
Or just talking about whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think I think going anonymous, I think it's a bad idea for a couple of reasons, but the main reason that I think it's not relevant is that if you have something that's bad, no one's going to care anyway. So you may as well just post it publicly with your name. It's not like everybody watches all of my videos. So like, I mean, if you watch if you watch my videos, you'll start to see some in your feed, but you're not going to see all the bad ones in your feed because YouTube already can determine which ones are bad, and no one's watching all my stuff anyway. So like, whatever, who cares?
yeah, I mean, there's always a possibility, right? Like people who posted, for example, about Charlie Kirk, and were just saying things that he said, but they eventually got fired from their job because
okay.
And I work with a lot of people that voted for Trump.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
maybe they might feel hurt for what I have to say. I mean, and that's what also sometimes I fear of too. Sometimes because some of my ideas may be, or just not even my ideas, but just stating what happened. Like, oh, he said this, and people can get upset about that.
Yeah.
I guess when it comes to controversy, then I mean, you can't expect people to not be upset when it's controversial. It shouldn't be, like you said. Like, I don't know, but yeah, if it's just like on art and just things like this, I don't think people care that much, even if it's wrong.
Yeah. There's a guy, his name is Phillip Ewell. He's a music theorist.
Mm-hmm.
He has this idea that maybe not all, he thinks that the common way that we teach music theory in America is white supremacists.
Okay.
Racialized in some way, hyper-focused on men, white men in particular, from like Germany and Vienna, very small circle of people. And they ignore the black people and the women and everybody else. Yeah. I don't know why I'm bringing it up particularly, just that he's a person who had some ideas about art and highly polarizing, let's say. He had a lot of people who liked him, a lot of people who really did not like him. So, very highly polarizing. Anyway, what do you think about that? You know a little bit of music theory?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I would say I'd like to hear what he has to say about it. But also, I mean, coming from like a Nigerian culture, music sounds so different,
Have you heard any music theory that would be able to describe or explain Nigerian music, traditional music?
I mean,
even modern Nigerian music.
I can't say no, because it's not like like nothing sounds bad. Like everything works. And to me, for music, as long as it works, then it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm trash at music theory. Because like, things that sound, what's it called? Like when people make music, but it's like without any good music knowledge. Like they have albums of it. Of
outside.
Outside. Yeah. It's like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad. There's some there's some understanding of what's going on. I can't really say no. Like, like I can't. I'm not informed enough to say like, hey, well, when it comes to Akaiba music, they do this instead of, this. And isn't a lot of music theory based on math?
There's tenuous math connections, yeah. I mean, not strict, not actually, but kind of, sort of. Yeah.
I mean, but what examples did he use other than the artists that he's choosing?
Yeah.
Well, like that music theory kind of, uses as their topics or whatever.
Yeah.
What examples is he using?
That was kind of the main thing. Oh, as far as I could tell, it's like if you look at a music theory textbook, it's going to be like 80% like Beethoven, 20% Mozart and Bach, and then you don't get any women, you don't get any black people, you don't get any other cultures of music. It's only that sort of narrow European standard from the 1700s, and that's it.
It would be good for some diversity because when people like Phillip, Angela Bonfi, I think is her name.
Angela Bonfi. So I know Fela Kuti. He's the
Nigerian guy.
Afrobeats would be a way of putting it, maybe.
He was like the first to blend
jazz
and something else together, and then he made like 2 different genres.
Okay. What I know it's super funky. That's all I know. But what is it? Do you remember the name of it?
I can't remember verbatim, but or even using like fun, like like different genres to explain music theory. That would be kind of interesting. I would like to see that.
But who was the other one you said? Angela
Bonfi. I can't remember if that's her first name. But she's like in the 80s, 90s, more 80s, yeah. So she didn't really do anything different. But she made like funk music, stuff like that. Like I really should know like more, like women that are on the same, like have the same pedigree as like Phillip Kuti. I can't really name anybody. But then again, my music knowledge outside of hip hop and rap and the things I like is kind of like, I'm not very familiar with like older music other than like funk and stuff like that. Yeah.
I also don't know a lot, so no.
There are there.
There are people there, yeah. And I'm sure some of them are women. Yeah. Yeah.
I know some like modern pianists that are women.
Okay. Like
Chihiro Yamanaka.
Okay.
Amazing artist. I don't want to just name all women, but
name every woman that you know. Yeah. I'm sure some women artists. I like classical music a lot. So there are a couple of women composers from like the 1800s that I know of. I don't know any of their names. You can find them on Spotify. They're in my playlist, but I don't know their names. Yeah. So I don't really know what the proper approach to music theory should be, or like this is like art appreciation generally speaking. Like I like a view that's kind of based on the knowledge. So I want to like focus on this work of art, maybe introduce some new knowledge, or it's like a combination of a lot of new different knowledge. And this is what we want to pay attention to understand the knowledge. I mean, I don't really care who made it. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't really care who made it.
It doesn't matter who made it. But then there's also the kind of problem with that for me is like I don't have a lot of awareness of like Turkish music, or like music from Azerbaijan, or like music from I can just name any other country. Like I don't know the music of the Uyghurs or something. So there's like so much knowledge that's in their music that is inaccessible to me, just because I have not been exposed to it, and I have no idea what types of progress they've made with their music and how impactful it could be, or if it can be combined with other types of music. And I'm sure there are lots of interesting things that you can combine from different cultures in the world. Yeah.
No, that's actually very fascinating. I'm very fascinated by that. Because pick one thing in music theory that you find fascinating.
Okay. I like cross rhythms.
Cross rhythms, what is that?
It's like when you play 5 notes and 3 notes at the same time. Like a measure of 5 notes, and it's overlaid by a measure of 3 notes. That's cross rhythm.
And this finding that cross rhythm within different cultures would be kind of interesting.
It would be interesting. Yeah. I know of some music that has that cross rhythm, like Soviet music.
Güldürer bir sözünü beni, vurgun ettin özünü beni, güldürer bir sözünü beni. Hiç haberi yoktu senin, hiç haberi yoktu senin, yoktu senin.
Or Bulgarian music, they have these kind of interesting cross rhythms that I like a lot.
though.
Yeah.
How does it match up very often?
It doesn't. It's a cool cross rhythm. I like how it sounds a lot.
I want to experiment with that, with like rap music. Well, like beats. That would be interesting. Because it'll be like, I can't even think of like how I would even do that.
It's hard to do. And then how would you rap it? I don't know how you
Not even rapping, just like, I'm just thinking about the beat right now.
Yeah. But for the beat.
But like with the sample and everything, how to get a sample to get to 5/3,
yeah,
and still make it sound, legit.
Yeah. We could try it.
I definitely will.
Yeah. Do you still have your MPC?
Yeah, I still have all my equipment.
Okay.
Except my DJing equipment. That's the only thing.
Do you use it at all?
I haven't been making music, so no.
Yeah, I put all my stuff in storage. I say storage, but my basement. I put it all in my basement, so I don't have any of it out. I haven't used the synthesizer in years.
Yeah, we grew out of it, right? So.
Yeah, I mostly play piano, but then I don't even do that too much anymore.
Yeah. I don't know, life has just been life and we're getting old. So I used to practice guitar pretty frequently, but now it's just like, bad.
Just bad. I mean, I still, since I have my piano next to my desk where I work, I still play piano pretty often, but I'm not playing for a long time. Like I'll play for like, 5 or 10 minutes, 3 times a week, but I'm not really like in it. I'm not recording myself. I'm not practicing. So, yeah.
I mean, is there a reason to play music if there are tons of other people better than us?
Well, I think I have new ideas that are different than everything else that other people make. Yeah.
For me, I don't think I have the skill ready yet to like develop. Like I feel like I can come up with some stuff, like I do, but to really like possess it and call my own, I don't know if I'm there yet. I do like composing though, I'm not gonna lie. But I just don't have the same knowledge that you have. So it makes it a bit difficult to understand like where can I take this next chord, know?
Yeah.
But I do, maybe I should start playing again, to be honest.
It's only one way to learn, man. You play a little bit, read a little bit.
It's just so hard to like be good and to know. It's like, oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn. There's definitely so much. Yeah, so much.
I think it's worth it though, man. It's good stuff.
Jake's